Hello, Wagwan Selamat Pagi. Welcome back to the House of Roushelle and today we're going to talk about brand roots. When building a brand, we often pay attention to the glamorous aspect of branding and brand identity. But before we get tactical, let's get strategic. As I prepared this episode, I thought back to my own brand and how I evolved over time. The more clients I served is the more equipped I became to be who I am and what I really stood for. You can check out the story in episode 1. Now, I know many of you have done this before, but it's okay to always do it again and again to carve down to the true tone of your voice. So grab a pen, paper, or your iPad and challenge yourself. I want you equipped, confident moving forward, because in the House of Roushelle, we brand ourselves in excellence. So now you're ready to reveal your big idea, but you have to ask yourself, is it really solving a problem? What is it that you do or provide, and how different is it from everything else that is out there in the marketplace? We tend to ride our egos, making our Sasha Fairs to the Beyonce with our brands to ourselves. But Apple didn't come out here to be sleek. It came out here to be accessible for everyone. Your two big questions: what problem do you solve and how do you solve it? So I decided to sell candles. But it's not about the nice scents or the catchy names. It's really the purpose to minimize emotional and mental strains using aromatherapy. Now that we have identified the problem and created a solution, we need the evidence. During your testing period, have your customers recovered from the strains? Have they evolved? How did it help their daily lives? How long did it take? And I'm not talking to time yourself, but how long did it take for each customer? Is it a matter of 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 months, or 2 to 3 weeks? Each service or product is completely different according to how your customer uses it. Make a note of your approach, process, and outline your ability to deliver. So let's hit pause right here. Go ahead, think about it, do your brainstorm. And now that you're ready, let's get your sauce recipe through the process called brand development. So here we pinpoint your promise, audience, the look, feel, and communication of your brand, or candles, or whatever you are selling. So our brand is really an emotional connection with your target audience. Your brand promise is the inner light where everything flows and shines from. This is where your value lives, and this is what differentiates you from your competitors. So you make a promise, you keep a promise. Your branding is how your story is being told. It's the process of building a brand and a marketing tool. It's the effort, flexibility, and ways in which you can deliver your promise to the audience. Your brand identity is your personality. The visual components of your stories and the user experience is the tangible look of your brand based on the strategic foundations you have set from the beginning. So let's kiss it. Keep it simple, stupid. Visual identity versus strategic identity. Face of the brand versus the voice of the brand. Logos, colors, campaigns, shoes, handbag, necklace versus calm, warm, and comforting. So a great exercise here is to create a thesaurus, listing 10 words that exudes your brand and keep narrowing them down until you reach the most dominant one. Try asking for feedback from your customers, your clients, and then also looking at everything you offer and how you offer it, how you want your audience to feel upon receiving your product or service. Now your brand signature is usually tied to an aesthetic, design, or color that reinforces your brand promise. If it's your personal brand, it normally ties to your personality, something we may hide, something others see in us all the time. I remember trying so hard to separate who I am from my brand and my business, but it never worked out. The fusion of my dance, pageant, and design experiences creates the culture of my brand. It makes me distinct, it makes me stand out, and I have to stay true and authentic to who I am. Now, the experience of a brand, it's about designing a sensory encounter that brings a person into a lasting impression, a meaningful relationship with you and your brand. And here are your takeaways. Decide where you're going, why, and how you're going to do it. The discovery of your brand's unique distinction is the development of the communication about the distinction. One is strategic and one is tactical. Both are very important and inherently different. And remember, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The market, trends, and consumers are always changing, so be adaptable. And remember, people buy people, and that's why you're here, because nothing nice like the host of Roushelle Rain. To work with me, go straight to my website at www.roushellerain.com and send an inquiry. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and submit all your questions and brands. See you in the next episode. Toodles!